Good morning, friends. This is our, what is it, Lou? The
175th.
175th
Yeah.
episode. Can you see me okay?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Good, because my thing is going all the way up to the top. I don't see myself.
Oh, no, we're good.
All right, good. So I'll just talk blindly. I won't see either you or myself. So, all right. So today we're going to be talking about verse 3, chapter 16. Six more positive qualities of godly nature. So um, we've done this before in the previous episodes. If you haven't heard those, please go on to listen to them. These are the last six qualities that Krishna describes in chapter 16. He's talked about it throughout the Gita, and we've already discussed why these positive qualities are enumerated. And then in the next verse, verse 4, he'll start with the negative qualities and why those are important. So the last six qualities that are positive are number one, Teja, Teja, Tej. Um, so as one grows spiritually, what happens is people say that such people have a aura around them. You know, like in cartoons, they show like around who is very angel-like. Well,
Yes.
that's aura, and so that person is supposed to have like a glow around them, a charm that they exude. It's a spiritual luster, let's say. And that spiritual luster comes from being internally clean, chaste, a bright intellect, a capacity to face difficult challenges with self confidence. All of that exudes certain brightness and aura around them. So he says that is a quality that is a positive quality that we can aspire towards. And the second of this verse is Kshama, which is um, having a good composure, forgiveness, similar to a mature adult who is faced with a child who's having a temper tantrum. You know, a child has a temper tantrum, he's kicking his feet, he punches you, kicks you, whatever, and the mature adult doesn't hit back and say, start screaming at the child. He just says, okay, she's hungry or he's hungry, diaper needs to be changed, whatever it is, just very patiently takes care of it. So, in this quality, Krishna says that those of us who are mature and working towards spirituality have to have this quality with another adult facing you. A person attacks you verbally with anger or maybe even physically. There's no change within you because you don't internalize the other person's behavior. No anger arises within you. You understand the other and his behavior and what is making him do this, as you would a little child who you care for that is doing this. So, number three quality is dhriti. Dhriti means fortitude or steadfastness. My apologies, Lou. Let me just turn my phone off. Uh-huh. Um, Fortitude or steadfastness. When you keep going, whatever you're doing, you keep steadfastly at it, even when your body, your mind, your intellect, everything is tired, you're in pain, either because of illness or age, and you keep going in spite of that. That's known as dhriti or steadfastness. You put up with it with no complaints. That's considered to be steadfast. So, in your pursuit of spirituality, as you're going, like what you're doing now, listening to this,
Mm-hmm.
there will be times when you say, you know what, I'd much rather watch a James Bond movie or something else to take my mind off of this. And sure, you're allowed to have fun, you're allowed to watch movies, you're allowed to do that within reason for your spiritual path, but you should do it without feeling tired. You should study and keep going on your spiritual path. When you feel tired, just keep doing it without put up with it without any complaints. Next verse, next positive quality is shaucha or purity and cleanliness. Purity and cleanliness, pure, clean, inner purity and cleanliness, outer purity and cleanliness. Your surroundings, you try and keep them pure and clean and neat and tidy. Your clothes are clean, pure. Your food is clean, pure. Your verbal speech is clean and pure. Sorry. And even your emotions are clean and pure. Disturbing emotions are considered to be dirt, hatred, jealousy, negative emotions that we'll talk about in the next verse are considered dirt. So Krishna says, eliminate them from your body. So pay attention to when you have negative thoughts. When you have negative thoughts, replace them with a positive thought. How do you do that? If you have enmity, you change it to understanding, understanding the other, and friendliness. If you have hatred, you say to yourself, why do I hate? Try and understand. See what is lovable about the person. Focus on that quality that is lovable. Once the understanding occurs, then love and compassion arise. Daily prayers help. Daily meditation also helps to be pure and clean. Shankaracharya said, from your mind, drop two things: deceit and likes and dislikes. Drop deceit and drop likes and dislikes, and that will make you even more pure and clean. The next quality is adroha, which is absence of hurting or absence of malice. This is the fifth quality we're talking about today. Ahimsa is also absence of any hurtful, but that is action. Ahimsa is absence of any hurtful action, either verbal or physical. Adroha means absence of even a thought or a desire of hurting another living being, even a thought or desire, none of that. A seeker looks at others, all others, as himself, everywhere. There's no otherness, no division, no demarcation. There's universal love. When that happens, you have no desire to hurt or have malice towards somebody else. It is like your own child or grandchild. You would have that kind of feeling towards them. And the last quality is na anit no ati mat, no ati manita, which is absence of much pride. He's not saying absence of any pride. You continue to have self-respect, pride within yourself. If you don't, you will look down on yourself. You'll criticize yourself. And no atimanita means no demand from others for respect, no looking down at others, no feeling like I'm superior. Other people need to lift me up. That feeling of insecurity, that is almost personified by somebody I knew who was so hungry for praise from other people. He always used to, whenever there was a photograph to be taken, I remember he would stand right, he'd push everybody aside and go and stand in the front. And so much so that he ultimately bought himself a newspaper. And if you look at the newspaper, which came out, I think, once a week, every week the front page had a photograph with him on it. And he was probably shaking hands with some dignitary or important person, but they would not go a copy of his newspaper without a photograph of him on the front page. So, and whenever you met him, the first thing he would come, if I met him somewhere, first thing he would do is to say how much money he'd made in a business venture, or what he did, or what he accumulated, or what else he did. And it was, I could see, anybody could see, that it was purely for his own self, for his own respect. He wanted others to lift him up, to say, pat him on the back and say, oh, wow,
Right.
you're so good. How did you do this? What did, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, your inner worth, recognize that it is your own consciousness. How good, how clean is your mind? How all of these positive qualities, if you focus on that, you don't need to worry about that. If you just think about your own consciousness and how powerful you are, nothing else matters. Shankaracharya says, don't rely on money, power, fame, beauty. All of these things, if you think that that's what's going to make you a better person or give you respect from other people, then that's only temporary, because all of these things are not there forever. So these are the last of the positive qualities, my friends. Next verse, verse 4, we are going to be talking about the negative qualities, and those are very, very important. So I hope to see you then. Thank you very much for joining us.